light heavyweight title. 5 3-minute rounds. Coming out first, fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 204.8 pounds, undefeated with a record of 3-0, doing it for Tooele MMA and Damage Plan Athletic Wear. Let's hear it for Zac Cavender.
All right, so we have Zac Cavender coming out right now. You know, as we heard, this is an amateur light heavyweight title bout.
Yes, there is a belt on the line, so there are going to be 3-minute rounds.
5 3-minute rounds.
Yes, I was trying to say 3-minute rounds, but there's going to be 5 of them. So
yes, 5 of them.
It is going to be the longer fight, but it's the amateur version of the longer fight.
Yes, yes.
So, you know, if it makes it into those title rounds.
Our last fight was done in what, a minute?
20 and a half seconds.
20 seconds.
Yeah, so Zac Cavender, you know, you already said a bit about him. What else do we know?
Well, we know that his fighting style is MMA. So we've talked about this on our broadcast before. He's one of the new style that kind of train every aspect, every different discipline of mixed martial arts to be effective in the cage, shall we say. We know he's over there at Tooele Martial Arts Academy. His coaches, Keith Asbury, Brandon McCullum, Samson Lee. What else do we know about him? What about his job?
We know that he's a U.S. Army Reserve sergeant, and he's a DOD contractor. He's also given a shout-out to Damage Plan Athletics for the gear. And what does he say it means to fight for Steel Fist Fight Night?
He says it's an opportunity to do something and be someone greater than the average in the world.
Yeah.
So it's his ability to be greater than just your average guy.
I mean, dude, you're a sergeant in the Army. You're already greater than everybody else. I'm just saying. But he's right. He does get to come out here and do something that, you know, a giant portion of the population will watch on TV saying they can do but never will do. And he's got a message for his opponent, and that message is simply,
good luck.
Good luck. All right, so just looking at this guy, I mean, he is trim.
He's a large man.
He is a big boy. And, you know, he's fighting, again, he's fighting for the title. He's undefeated, 3-0. And he's fighting for that light heavyweight amateur title.
Yes,
so going from that 3-minute rounds that he was playing in before to 5 3-minute rounds, let's see how it plays off, and let's take it to Dave to see who his opponent is.
All right, and his opponent tonight for the light heavyweight title, fighting out of the black corner, the current champion, standing 6 feet tall, weighing in at 199.4 pounds, undefeated with an amateur record of 4-0, doing it for the Heber boys. Let's hear it for Cole Schaefer.
All right, Ryan, so we've got Cole Schaefer coming out. This man is 27 years old, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 205 pounds. Currently the amateur steel fist light heavyweight champion with an undefeated 4-0 record out of Team Heber. What do we know about Team Heber?
Well, we know they got Brittany Navarrete, Shane Bonner, Eric Cano, Rick Shafer, and we know his fighting style is what?
He's a wrestler.
He's a wrestler.
He is a wrestler, and he's a good wrestler.
He is.
You see it in his fights.
Well, hence he's our champion. You know, honestly, I really like watching this guy fight.
Yes.
He's a big guy, and he looks somewhat unimposing at times. But
until he starts grabbing onto you.
Yeah, do not sleep on him.
He does look a little leaner than he did in his last fight. I mean, not much. Not saying he was fat or anything.
No.
But he does look a little bit leaner in the abdominal region.
Well, I bet you he's been training a little bit harder and harder. He's got the belt. He's got to keep it now.
Well, I mean, in his day job, he is a personal trainer.
Yeah, and that is true. So what does he say that for Steel Fist and what it means to be fighting for them?
He says it's great to fight for Steel Fist. He says they help fighters that want to grow in the sport and build up local support. So it's a great community-based organization that really brings the local MMA scene up. You know, it brings the fighters up and puts them out on this platform that now is a worldwide.
Global platform that we have, ladies and gentlemen.
And, you know, it's not just fighters from Utah. We bring in fighters from all over the place, but, you know, the local guys are the ones that kind of get that first shot. And as far as shout out, he wanted to give a shout out and say thanks to everyone that got tickets. Haley for putting up with him, and his family for all the support.
Cavinder! And your current champion for the light heavyweight belt out of the black corner, Cole Shafer.
All right, we're going to get some last-minute
All right,
instructions.
gentlemen, we've been through the rules in the back. I expect a good, clean fight. Obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Touch them up if you want.
All right, so I wouldn't be surprised if they don't touch gloves coming
Right, I
out
was
there
gonna
because
say-
they just touched gloves right there and did not
quite
like
the stare down from
Yeah.
Cole.
Yeah, so if you just tuned in after that introduction, we've got the current champion, Cole Schaefer, out of the black corner in the red trunks.
And Cole waves off the hand.
Yep,
Cole says nope.
No touch of the gloves. And you got Zac Cavender out of the red corner in the black tights.
Oh, Zac caught him with a little left coming in.
Zac has got a bit of a reach advantage on him, and he's super lean. So, I wouldn't expect anything other than quick whips with that left.
Cole's got a hands on him, though. Typically in the past, when he's got hands on him, people end up on the mat.
Yes. I mean, Cole's a great wrestler, and he's really, really strong, especially at this weight class. I don't think he walks at 205.
No, me either.
Or anywhere close to it.
He did look very lean out there, though.
He did. He might be close. I don't know. He might walk around 220.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
But,
Now,
with a big scoop and slam.
220 picks up 205, who's actually probably 222. Very easy. And we have blood, ladies and gentlemen. I can see it.
The blood is coming
from
off of
somewhere.
Shafer, but what I'm seeing right now is Zac Cavender going for the shoulder choke.
Yes.
Right now, if he can really sink that in,
Looks like
he's
trying
got
to get a good angle.
He's got the angle. If he can stay on that and really tighten in the arms, he might have this choke on. If he can, Cole's able to get out of it, but now he's in an armbar. Zac Cavender is slick with his jits this evening.
Well, and Cole's arm is very deep right now. Very deep. He's stacking very deep. Shoulder is deep, and he gets out of it. I'm sure that blood made it so slippery.
Yeah,
it was hard to hold
Cole
on to.
is bleeding a lot right now, and it is getting all over these guys. This is probably one of the bloodiest matches I've seen in a long time. It's got to be hard for anybody to try and sink on any kind of submission attempt with that much lubrication going on.
Well, no, exactly. Well, and I honestly can't see exactly where it's coming from. Do you know exactly where it's coming from?
You know what? I haven't caught a good angle of it, and, there might be a little bit of the blood coming from Cole and some coming from Zac. It looks like Zac might have some under the left eyebrow, but I can't tell very well from this angle, especially with Cole being down like that. I can't see his face either.
Well, and it's interesting because I've been cornering guys in fights like this, and during the fight, what'll happen is even Cole being on top can actually drip blood into the face of his opponent at this point in time.
Yeah, I think that blood's coming either from the nose or just under the eye, right next on the cheek, next to the nose of Cole. I think is where the majority of it's coming
below the eye?
from.
The real question is it below the eye? That's going to make a difference whether they allow the fight to continue.
It looks below the eye, next to the nose,
Okay.
just inside of the cheek.
Then you would think, and ladies and gentlemen, sometimes if the cut is above the eye and the blood is dripping into the eye and affecting the vision, the doctor will stop it.
Right, and if it's too much in the bag of the eye, they'll stop it as well. But I'm really liking the jits that I'm seeing out of Zac. He's climbing up the body really nice. He's going for that rubber guard at first to really go up for the double arm position. I'd like to see him start switching.
And he's at a great length to where he's allowed to land blows.
Yeah, he's not even worried about switching for an arm lock or a submission. He was just landing some great shots, and there was nothing Cole could do about it.
No.
Just that that gigantic reach advantage that Zac Cavender has that at the beginning of the fight was a little bit of a reach advantage, and now it's huge.
Well, and Zac was able to use his hips very well to kind of push him back. I want to see when these guys get cleaned up and actually see where these cuts are coming from and actually how bad
I can
they
see
really
one
are.
of the cuts is actually along the small of the back of Zac Cavender. Looks like the cage might have gotten him with all that weight and sliding through. There's a gash. I mean, it's not a gash, but it is a cut that is probably about 12 inches long across the middle to the small of his back at an angle. And then you look over at Cole, and he is just a bloody mess. They've wiped him off quite a bit. It looks like they've gotten the majority of the bleeding to stop, but it does look like it's coming from the nose.
He's just painted red now.
Yeah, it looks like it's coming from the nose. His mustache is a bit darker around the Heber region. So
well, and so let's do this. I mean, we've been talking about the carnage that we see inside the cage right now.
Yes.
Let's talk about who we think won that.
If you could see the mat when they angle the camera towards it and see all of the blood on this, there was no blood on this mat before this fight. These guys are the first bloody fight of the night, and it looks like there might be a little cut on the hairline of Cole Schaefer as well.
Yeah,
but it could be just the blood mixing with his sweat as well.
And I see 6 people in a row taking pictures of this fight right now.
Look at that back.
Oh, I see it.
That is a big.
Yeah, it's a big kind of slice. It looks like maybe from sliding across the cage.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking when he was on the bottom and he had his back against cage. It could have also been on that takedown attempt, sliding across there.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the cage is not soft. Okay?
It's not a barbed wire cage or anything like that, but it's not forgiving all the time.
Well, and you end up, nice entry, nice takedown. Let's see what he can do now that he's inside control and outside of that guard. Is he going to be able to control position?
I don't, that's a hard one to guess because Zac is strong himself and he's slick.
Well, and he's shown that in that last round.
Look at the knee. He's bringing that knee in. He's going to go for a knee and arm, either go shrimp in for the guard. I was expecting to go from that knee and arm bar, but,
But the threat even
was there.
Allowed him to get his guard back.
Yes.
Him even coming in with that threat allowed him to get in a position to where he could get that guard back. And now, from what we saw in the first round, he's in the spot where he could threaten.
He's dangerous on the bottom, and not just from submissions, but
Here
those punches. But he's going for the triangle, and if he can keep it sunk in and switch the hips, nope. He doesn't got it, but this is an amateur fight, so twisting leg locks are not allowed, and that was an accidental
groin shot.
He was pushing up towards the abdomen and just kind of throttled down in the other position.
Well, and you can see, Cole's in quite some pain. We can see right now.
He just kind of let go and fell over. So, I think he's in a little bit of pain right now.
Well, and you see Zac, he's over there in his neutral corner. That is typically what they'll do. They'll put someone in a neutral corner so they can't get instruction. And then they'll go ahead and they'll give him up to 5 minutes to recover.
Yes. And, if I was Cole, I would take as much of that up to 5 minutes as I could.
Agreed.
1, because the way he fell over. And 2, these are big boys putting on a lot of
energy,
effort, putting out a lot of energy, but putting on a lot of effort and stuff to try and keep control, especially Cole trying to keep control on the top there and getting that takedown. So I would take as much time as I can to get my composure, get my wind, and come back out to try and remain dominant in this second round.
Well, and you're going to wonder how this affects the fight, or if it will affect the fight at all. Are we going to come back on like we didn't skip a beat?
I've seen guys come out pissed and just have about twice the energy they had prior to.
And I've seen it work well for them and bad for them.
Yes.
I've seen them overcommit to things.
We're going
to put them right back in the position.
So, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen, but this rarely happens that they restart in the same position. Normally, they'll start from a standing position, start from a neutral position, but they're starting from the exact position that they stopped in. Which is very surprising. I've actually only seen them do that once in probably the last 9 years that I've been part of the MMA community.
Well, and I question, who that benefits. We know Cole wants it on the ground, but on the ground he's been threatened.
Yes. Well, but he's going to go back to the ground if they're standing up, too. I think that's going to be his go-to. So I think that.
But he may make one of those adjustments and start just clinching against the cage and say, okay, we're going to turn this to a different style fight. I don't like being on the ground with him.
Right. And it's possible, but, Cole is landing some big shots to the body right now, and Zac's got to be careful. He was tying up the leg, but the angle his arm was at was like he was going to go for the heel hook and not the Achilles lock. So he's got to be careful. He is an amateur, and twisting leg locks are not legal in the amateur division.
And at this point in time, Cole can come in and grab these legs pretty easily. He doesn't have to worry about the up kicks because Zac can't kick him in the head.
No, but he can kick to the stomach.
Yes,
he can kick he can even kick to the leg, just not to the knee area.
Yeah, he can kick to the chest, just not the head area.
Yes. And so, that's something that I think works a little bit more in Cole's favor, though, because he was able to throw those kicks to the legs of Zac while Zac was on the ground. But again, seeing that slick jits of Zac Cavender, and he's climbing up the body really, really effectively. And, Cole just putting on the head squeeze, the can opener, to prevent anything. But I'm liking how quick and how effective Zac has been able to climb up the body.
I'm very impressed with Zac in this fight. I mentioned, during the walkout, during the introductions.
And there you go for another triangle.
How much I enjoy.
If he could sit
I just heard the 10-second click. I heard the 10-second, though.
Yeah, very smart of Zac to kind of let go for a second and stand up, because that could have been a knockout spike.
Yes. Especially with the strength of a guy named Cole.
Right. And now there are rules, people say, oh, you can't spike them on their head and, this, that, and the other. And you're not supposed to intentionally spike them on their head for a takedown as far as like pile driver. But it does state in the official rules that if you were attempting a submission and your opponent lifts you up and slams you down, it is perfectly legal, because if you get knocked out, you had the ability to prevent that knockout by letting go of the submission attempt.
All you had to do was let go.
And it is very clearly spelled out in the rules, so that was something that would have been completely legal.
And it does happen. We do see people get knocked out from slams. It's rather impressive, but we do see it. And a guy like Cole, I could definitely see it coming from him. He's a powerful man.
Yeah, speaking of power, he just lifted another 205 and realistically probably 225-pound guy
like it was nothing.
Up into the air with one arm between the guy's legs.
After fighting for 2 rounds.
Yes, at the end of 2 rounds.
Yeah, exactly.
But, right now I would be saying, man, this is the last round. This is where Zac needs to come back and win this fight. But guess what?
It's not.
No, this is the middle round now. We've got 3 more rounds starting now.
We haven't even hit the championship round.
No, this is just the third. This is hump day.
Yeah, exactly.
This is Wednesday as far as rounds go. So we're about to see round number 3 of this championship light heavyweight amateur fight.
Yeah, I mean, this has been a great fight so far.
This has been a bloody battle.
Zac has really put up a fight here that I like. Of course, we had our champ come out and do what he does.
Oh, yeah.
But he's being threatened, and I like seeing that. I like seeing how he's reacting.
You haven't seen that a lot out of Cole's fights.
No.
Now, if you're just tuning in right now, we have got Cole Schaefer, our current amateur light heavyweight champion in the red trunks, against Zac Cavender, the challenger, in the black tights. Obviously, the one on the bottom is the challenger. The one on top is the current champion.
And both of them covered in red.
Both of them covered in red. This has been the bloodiest fight I have seen in
quite some time.
Yes, a long time. And it
is
is the bloodiest fight of the night. All of the blood that you see on the mat around these guys, this is all from this fight. No one else before this was bleeding. These guys have put a coat of paint all over the mat tonight.
Well, and you see, I mean, look at what we have going on here. Is he going to try to take the back? He's got
he's
one hook in.
He's going to try and take the back. He's going to start slipping out. Cole's got him in the sit-out headlock. I'd like to see him do the little teeter with the egg just like that. And he's going to start getting his hooks in. And I would look more for the punches than I would for the submission.
There they are. There they come. It looks like he's going to try to open Cole up. Cole's in a bad position
You're
going
to see some hammer fists, especially if Zac can start switching a little bit more onto his hip and more in a sitting position like he is right now. And now you're going to see the punches go. He's not going to go for a choke. He's going to try and either knock him out or get the stoppage. Yep.
Well, and they are going to let these amateurs go a little bit longer. It is a title fight.
But they're not going to let it go so long that it puts him in danger.
No.
And Zac's doing the right thing. Cole started turning,
it's over,
but
ladies
Zac
and
kept
gentlemen.
the punches going. And we have a new light heavyweight champion in the amateur division.
No question about it. Didn't go to the scorecards.
No referee to give us a bad decision. This was official. I put my hands on you. I stopped this fight.
We were done.
Yeah, way to go, Zac Cavender. The challenger comes out as the new Steel Fist amateur light heavyweight champion. Way to go, man. That was a great bloody fight.
That was a beautiful performance. Beautiful performance. He won it on hump day, as you mentioned.
Yes, he won in hump day. He won in the hump round. He won in the third round where, and he was stuck on the bottom. He was actually getting worked as far as the wrestling game was going by Cole. He did have some nice submission attempts, but he was in danger. He was not winning a single round, in my opinion, and he came back and stopped the fight.
He wasn't winning a single round, but he was in the fight in every round.
Oh, no, yeah, he was there. He was attacking. He was going for submissions. He was striking. He wasn't laying on his back on the bottom.
No.
He was going for stuff, but he was not doing the things that he would have needed to do to win on the scorecard.
You guys should make some noise for
and the fact that he came in from the bottom and is able to transition, take his back, and just pound Cole out to a referee stoppage, TKO, that is a great way to come and win the title.
Oh, of course. I mean, again, it's his title. You can't question it at this point in time.
He is a legit champ right now. Let's take it to the cage for the official announcement.
Gang, what did you think? Both these gentlemen putting on a fight. Your winner, 1 minute, 50 seconds into round number 3, TKO due to strikes, and your new light heavyweight champion, Out of the red corner, Zac Cavender.
So much blood. So much blood. All right, I'm here with your winner and blood-soaked champion, Zac Cavender, man. You just came and took the belt. No judges, no decisions. You stopped this fight. How are you feeling right now?
Pretty tired. I'm going to be honest. Cole Schaefer's very fast. A lot faster than I thought he'd be. He's a very powerful man. One thing I want to say before anything else is I just want to apologize. I did kick him in the groin. It was accidental. I just want to apologize for that.
Yeah, we saw that. We kind of commented on it. It looked like you were climbing up and pushing into trying to push to his stomach and just throttled on the pedal. But, you know, it happens. Is there anyone you want to thank for your win tonight?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I want to thank the Tooele Martial Arts Academy. This isn't my belt. This is our belt. Not one man wins a belt. The whole team wins a belt. Thankfully, my team's very, very good.
Outstanding, man. Is there anyone else you want to thank?
Absolutely. I want to thank Damage Plan Athletics. They outfitted me for this fight. I will be over at their booth for a little bit after this. Please come support them. Buy some apparel. It does support local athletes.
All right, man. Congratulations tonight. I can't wait to see you come back and defend that thing. And there's something else you want to say?
Yeah, if I could pick any man in here to be covered in their blood, it'd be that beast of a man. Thank you.
All right, man. We look forward to seeing you come back. Great job. Everybody give up for your winner and new Steel Fist Amateur Light Heavyweight Champion, Zac Cavender!
Let's make some noise for Cole Schaefer. I'm sure he can hear you in the back. Cole fighting and fighting. But your winner, rocking the smile and the belt, Zac Cavender, now undefeated at 4-0, and the Steel Fist Fight Night Amateur Light Heavyweight Champion. We're going to take a couple of minutes and clean up. Do me a favor, gang. Make some noise for the gentlemen that are getting this mess cleaned up. That's the job. Everybody wants your picture now, Zac. Damage Plan Athletic Wear having a good night. Make sure you go talk to them. They're in a really good mood. Yeah, you can't look much tougher than that. Covered in blood and wearing a brand new title belt. We've only got 2 more to go. I got a co-main professional fight and then our main event. But first, we got to get this cleaned up. Last chance, make sure blitz.tv, B-L-I-T-Z-Z. We're going to be live streaming as of July 2nd. We're playing with it, testing it out tonight. Make sure you tell everybody about it, and then go like them on Facebook. That's Blitz with 2 Z's .tv. Make sure you go say hey to the crew from Damage Plan Athletic Wear. Get your photo bomb taken. Maybe pick up a new Steel Fist Fight Night shirt, hat. I even saw a bikini over there. Go check out the sponsors really quick. We get this cleaned up and dried out. I've got our co-main event coming up.